there is one concept that I read about like really early on. It's a long time ago. It's the optimism in the face of uncertainty. It's a really important concept for basically for growth in general. How important it is for optimism, for anything to happen, basically. Like, you have so many evolution, like the way evolution has worked in so many ways was that something that had a really low chance of actually becoming something else or of surviving, actually surviving. Because, yeah, like just the fact that life even started in the universe or on planet Earth is already like a really small chance that this was going to happen, right? And same for like every type of evolution,
Right.
and same for all of the inventions that we have, right? It's like some crazy person is trying something that seems insane to other people and so low probability that it's going to happen, um, but they still do it even though it's not rational. And one reason I think why the black pill, or generally like not only the black pill, actually it's way bigger parts of society than just the black pill, are so doomerish and so like negative, is because of this pure rational way of seeing the world, instead of being more in touch with the emotions and allowing for being vulnerable and hoping for something and being disappointed, and then hoping again and being disappointed. And I think that's so valuable. And in this hyper numberized world where everything's just a statistic, that's completely lost. And we have to get back to that, I feel like, right? Because it's so valuable. It seems so valuable.
I a lot of that came from is when you're a kid, you have to have imagination, and a lot of kids they don't have any imagination. Like, you know what I mean? They don't like nobody goes outside. Like kids don't go outside. I don't know about you said in Europe, you guys don't.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but you guys don't celebrate Halloween, right?
We do, actually.
Okay.
Because of you guys. We do.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know. Like, I'm a bit ignorant of who celebrates what, where.
Sure.
When when I went trick or treating as a kid, there's plenty of kids. Neighborhoods were in fact, lights on. Everybody's handing out candy.
Yeah.
Um, you go out today, or at least where I am, and there's no kids going out. Nobody's wearing costumes. No, people are treating Halloween as just a day to. The kids would rather be inside playing video games and do it, or just being online all day. Or I guess if you're a teenager, you go to some party, which is normal, I guess. I've noticed like the childlike innocence is pretty gone, and I blame the internet for that. It's just the exploiting so much
I
of
mean, I
this.
blame parents for that. I mean, that's like
Yeah, parents, yeah,
we had television, right? I mean, like we could have sat in front of the TV the whole day as well. But I don't know how it was with you, but my parents were like, my mother was pretty anti-television, and she only allowed it to me like certain amount of time per day. And so, and also my father, he was like, go out, do this, blah blah blah. So it was not. Yeah, I think as a parent you have a big control over that, and you can also make kids get excited about other shit, you know. And if they're on the computer, I don't know, make them build something, make them build the game that they want to play, you know, like um yeah, I was really into hip hop music my whole life, since I'm like 9 years old, or 9 years old. I've always listened to hip hop music, nothing else. And I would have loved, for example, for my parents. I mean, they couldn't know because they were not didn't have the education for it, but to make them help me like learn to make beats or something like that, on the computer. And like that's a great way of spending time in front of the computer, right? Like that's not a waste
Right.
of time. That doesn't make you stupid. Um, yeah, we got into the how do you say, what's our generation called? Millennials, right?
Millennials, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got into the millennial everything was better in our times talk. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, because yeah, because what is it? I think millennials ends around 98, 99 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because my brother was born in 98 and
Mm-hmm.
he thinks completely the opposite of me.
Mm-hmm.
like about
Is he
it.
very optimistic?
Yeah, especially with technology,
Mm-hmm.
he loves I mean, I think technology is absolutely like I'm talking about like the kind of absurdity that we hear nowadays of going to Mars and all this other crap. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't care for it. But
Mm-hmm.
he's very in the mindset of change. Like he likes change. I don't. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of Gen Z has that. They
Yeah.
like to change. You know what it is? It's because I don't think they like the modern society we live in. I don't think they see a real point to it. Whereas I, funnily enough, feel like I have more of a maybe it's because I don't know. I'm like okay with the minimalistic simplicity of my life, whereas it seems like everyone else wants to go 100 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with being left behind because I don't really care. But it seems like a lot of and maybe the young maybe it's like that's the replacement for not having the young, like I was talking about the imagination. I wonder if that's like the replacement is just to be faster and not care about the present at all, and just I don't know, have this really naive sense of where we're going. I don't know.
Sense
I
of
tell my brother,
escapism, maybe, like.
yeah, but it's like really bad because you're not living in the now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're just not really thinking about the priorities you have right now. They're just
Mm-hmm.
thinking about they're talking about space for God's sakes. I mean, I'm not. It's just naive to me because if we're gonna go to Mars, me and you are not going. It's gonna be all the billionaires and the millionaires going. So
I mean, look at how fast computers evolved. Like within, like, I don't know, 30 years, a computer as big as a room became something that you could put in your pocket, right? So it
yeah,
might be that space travel is evolving in the same way, and also from a price perspective, it evolves in the same way as computers did, and then it could be pretty. We could maybe have this conversation. Outer space. But yeah, of course, that's a big leap, and I'm not counting on it. Um, and my happiness also doesn't depend on it. I mean, that's also again with the optimism in the face of uncertainty. Like I work in IT, and it could be done basically tomorrow, like all of it, right? Like, and many other jobs, like managerial positions. So many positions are now up for debate, and but there's nothing I can do. I still have to go forward. I mean, already at the time where I decided to get into this line of work, this danger was already there. And now, since like 3 years, I'm earning my money with it. And I could have just said, this is not sure, I'm not going to do it. But I would have missed the last 3 years, of having a good, okay income and, an okay job. So yeah, man, optimism, it's really crucial for survival. Even, I think it's really, really crucial. um
right. That
yeah,
sounds more like the matter of taking a chance.
yeah,
Definitely,
yeah,
definitely is
yeah,
required because you don't take any chances. Hey, and I agree. I agree to a
yeah.
certain extent. You don't take certain. chances that are obvious, then I'd actually say you don't have much to complain about when you don't get a result. So but I mean, obviously, you could extend that to a
Yeah.
lot of things. But
I
yeah,
want
I guess
to.
if I didn't take if I didn't take the job I had, I wouldn't have gained experience, and I wouldn't have gained the money I earned from it, that I still have.
Mhm.
um, so it's yeah, I don't regret that at all. I mean, so but yeah, I mean, and by the way, I was gonna say I don't think um I don't regret not talking to certain women because I think almost every woman I've ever been attracted to, I took a chance with and it didn't work out. I mean, what
Mhm.
I'm saying though is I don't regret not doing it,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it you know.
I mean, I've already told you, like, there is a high probability that if you were in a really bad state of mind at the time, that you would also be attracted to. That there is at least a probability that the girls that you're attracted to could have harmed you as well, right? So I wouldn't disagree with you not taking the chance, but I would definitely disagree with you not taking the chance with getting in a better state mentally. Like, um, even if you had maybe bad experiences with therapists and stuff like that, but to try again.